Viewers, welcome to all of you in my another new lecture. Today we are going to be start lecture number 35. In this lecture we will try to discuss about WPS, how to read a WPS or how to interpret a WPS. When we go for inspection, fit up, visual or during welding, we have to follow the one specific WPS for these specific welding joints. So in this WPS, what are the things we have to check? That the things we will try to discuss in this lecture. I hope it will be very useful for you. So I will request to you watch the full video, then you will able to understand whatever I explained is here. And if you are the new in my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to get all update lecture. Let's start today lecture. I have here attached on sample WPS welding procedure called specification. So this is the code is WPS. So in this WPS, what are the basic information is here provided that the things. First thing is the WPS number. So if you have on WPS, you can see there have the one number. So this number we have to keep the traceability record. What are the WPS followed during welding? So this is the WPS number. The second is the support PQR number. So under which PQR this WPS is created, this is the PQR number, procedure qualification record. Then welding process, the WPS for which welding process. Here is the GTW. So this is the gas tungsten arc welding process. So this is the gas tungsten arc welding process. The applicable scope is the above 18.4 degrees Celsius. So this is the minus 18.4 degrees Celsius. So this is the application point for this WPS. Then this WPS revision is 0. So this revision can be changes. So date, what is the date for WPS? Then type of welding, this is the manual welding. So code, what are the code followed during WPS preparation time? So this follow BSE and ISO 15614-1 and ASME 31.3. So I hope this part you clear. So this is the basic information we have in WPS, and we have to keep the record in our traceability or visual report, visual inspection time. What are the WPS they followed? So second thing is the joint detail sequence. So what will be the joint type or joint details? So here writing joint type, C joint details. So we can see here the joint details. So this is the joint details. So butt joint, then fillet wedge. So this is the welding during fitting time. This is the joint details and welding sequence. So this is the after welding. We can see here this is the welding sequence. So I hope you understand this point. Then next we see here the baking material. So here is not applicable. So these WPS are not applicable in baking material. Road treatment, here is no any road treatment. So this is also not applicable. Then we go for the base metal. What type of base metal can weld by following the WPS? So for this specific WPS we can material specification A106 grade B. So this is the STM A106 grade B. So this is the one piping grade. So carbon steel material. So this carbon steel, this grade material we can use for the WPS. Then material group number ISO 15608 group number 1.1. This is the material group number. So what is the group number, what is the P number, what is the F number? Related to this I will prepare another lecture. There I will try to explain you one by one. Then thickness range. So this WPS is qualified for 3 mm to 12.7 mm thickness. So we cannot do unless 3.27 12.7 mm. If over or less we cannot use this WPS. So this is the thickness range. Then diameter of pipe, this is the unlimited. So any diameter of pipe we can use this WPS. Then others here is not applicable. I am trying to show you one by one point, so this video will take some longer time. I hope you will watch full video to learn something. Okay, then filler metal. So what type of filler metal we are going to be used for this WPS? So if this is the GTW process, we have to follow the filler wire. So filler metal, so F number, A number, so F number is 6, A number is 1, AW specification is AWA 5.18 ER 70SG. So this is the AW specification for filler wire. Then braid name they mentioned here, GTL 50, diameter 2.4 mm. Then class grade here mentioned. Then we have to follow the shielding gauge and flux. So what type of shielding gauge we have to follow? So flux trade name. So for this process we don't need the flux, so not applicable. Flux class also not applicable. So we are using the shielding gauge for GTW process. That's why we are writing the argon. So we will use argon welding for this WPS. Then gauge composition greater than or equal 99.99%. This is the purities, so this gas should be the 99.99% pures. So gas flow rate, so how much liter will be follow per minute. So this is the 10 to 18 liter per minute. So I hope you understand this point. Then we have to go the welding position. So this WPS which position can cover, so all position, so 1G to 6G all position can cover by the WPS, and direction is the up and down. So if we do the welding is the 6G position or 3G position, we have to start from down to up. So this is the up position, direction is the up. Then preheat or interface temperature. So this WPS mentioned preheat temperature minimum 3 degrees Celsius and interpass temperature maximum 200 degrees Celsius. So these are the things we have to follow during the welding. And preheat method, how we do the preheating, this is the flame, that means we have the flame cutter machine, so we have to do the flame heating torch. So for preheating we need to use the flame type heating torch is here. Then post oil heat treatment, PWST, for the WPS holding temperature not applicable, holding time not applicable, and others is not applicable. So for the WPS totally PW is not required. Then technique, hot technique we are follow the tungsten electrode type. So tungsten electrode type will be the WC20 2% cerium and diameter 2.4 mm. Then gas cap size will be 8 to 10 mm. The stretch or weep, so what type of bead will be there, so this is the both also you can use string or weave. Maximum width of weave, so if we do the weaving is like this. So if we do the weaving, then maximum weave can be 8 mm. Single or multipass, so this is the multipass process. So electrode extension not applicable because we are not using the electrode is here. Electrode angle not applicable. Interpass cleaning, CS wire brush or grinding, so we need to use the wire brush or grinding for interpass cleaning. So I hope you are understand this point. Then welding parameter. So what is the welding parameter we have to follow, very important. So weld layer, rod, fill and cap, this is the pass for the welding process TIG. Then filler metal brand, this is the filler metal brand. Diameter, this diameter we have to use for the WPS. Then welding current, so we have to follow the welding current during rod pass, 90 to 110, filling 100 to 130, and cap is 100 to 120. So same as welding voltage we have to follow within 10 to 12. Then type of polarity will be DC negative. Then travel speed minimum minute per mm, 60 to 80, 70 to 90. So we have to follow these things. Then heat import will be this much. So during welding we have to keep the welding parameter record. What are the current they are using, voltage and the travel speed, what is the travel speed. So when we get the welding current, voltage and travel speed, by these three we can calculate the heat input. So what is the heat input we can calculate by these three value. So we have to keep the record during welding, what are the current they are using, and how much current they are use, welding type, voltage, so what is the voltage they use, and what is the travel speed. These are the very important things, so you have to keep the record for the welding parameter records. So I will show you the another lecture, maybe the next lecture, how we can follow this welding parameter record. We can keep the parameter records. So these the things, the note here writing have the base metal shall be power brush and free from moisture, paint, oil, rust and other impurity that would be detrimental to the weld. Then second thing is that the each size of the weld joint shall be clean and minimum of 20 mm by grinding. So before welding we have to keep the clean 20 mm minimum both sides 20 mm for by grinding. Then preheat temperature to be measured at about 75 mm to group H. So from this group H 75, within 75, then we have to measure the preheat temperature. The whole length of the joint to be preheated in minimum 75 mm on each side. Minimum interpass temperature should be not less than preheat temperature. So interpass temperature should not be less than the preheat temperature. This WPS is mentioned. So you can see in your hand have the WPS. You can see what is the note is writing there. So this is only for information. I am showing you what are the things is writing there. The WPS permits to use for 2 times welding repair in same area. A repair preheat temperature shall be raised 50 degrees Celsius above the level specified for production welding, but no more than 150 degrees Celsius. So this is the note for the welding repair. So we can perform 2 times welding repair for by this WPS. Then next is the minimum preheat of 20 degrees Celsius is to be applied when ambient temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius. Then this type of joint can qualify fillet joint weld and PGP partial joint penetration group welds. So these are the things for this WPS. Then you can see there have the signing prepared by and approved by. The WPS should be approved by clients or specific approved authority, and whoever is prepared they should be signed here. So I think I hope you understand what are the things we have to check in WPS. So if you have any doubt about this topic, please you can ask me in comment section, then I will try to reply your comments. So today I want to close this lecture. So see you soon in my next lecture. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.